Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Sports Corner PH Interviews. We have with us for the first time dito sa ating program ang ating mga top shows of our Philippine Futsal, the Philippine Football Federation Futsal Department, ang kanilang head of Futsal Department na si Kevin Goco, and of course ang head coach ng Philippines Women's Futsal Team na si Vic Hermans to discuss yung ilang mga thoughts about dito sa futsal, ang rise and growth ng indoor version ng football. And we have an international tournament na naka-line up na mag-host po tayo this coming month. So let us greet Sir Vic. Your opening remarks po and you like to greet our viewers.
Yes, of course. But let me say first, I do the futsal indoor game already 40 years. And the first met in 2015, but before also in tournaments, the Philippine national team. And I was surprised, and I still be surprised, how it is possible that in a country like Philippines, so much people living, and this sport is not exploring what I'm thinking, what I do over the whole world. Because that is what my challenge is here, to make it popular, together, of course, with people from the media and good results with my national team. That is what I already find out when I was here for FIFA in that time. And futsal is, of course, I think is football in Philippines is made for the Philippine boys and girls, because I'm thinking they have the special conditions for that. They are very fast. They are very good. They're quick. I think this game is made for the Philippines people. Same what I did before in Thailand and in Indonesia. Everybody's thinking that you must be long, tall. No, that's not true. When you be smart in futsal, you're coming a whole way. Because that is what I also tried last year when we played the first national game again with my national team for women here in Philippines. And we played against Guam. And now I'm happy that we have very good opponents coming next over 2 weeks, Indonesia and New Zealand, for the looking how I stand with the girls from Philippines. And the next step is already start last week. The men's competition starts also with 11 teams. And after that competition, end of November, I'm going to make also a pool for that and hope to play next year, beginning next year, friendly for the men's also. And then I must go to the whole country. There's as technical director, I set up also some projects everywhere. Trying that we play them not only here in Manila, but also in Calamba and Davao and Cebu. I visited already many places, and everybody is enthusiastic about the futsal game. Because I think let's go for it, and let's have good results over 2 weeks, and that everybody make happy, and that we start inside PFF in the next coming months with the new programs.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Vic, for your opening remarks. And I have some questions as early as now because you have a limited time here in our program. But first, let us greet muna ang PFF Ed for Futsal, Kevin Goco. Kevin, your opening remarks. And first, kamusta na po ang PFF Futsal Department sa ngayon?
Well, growing pa siya, no? Yung PFF Futsal Department. Ang futsal kasi bagong sport. Well, hindi naman bagong sport dito sa Pilipinas. In existence siya sa the early 2000s. Pero I would say na sa consciousness ng mga tao, bago pa siya, no? It's still a new sport, growing sport, pero may potential ng laro nito. For the Philippines kasi, futsal is an indoor game. Hindi mo kailangan ng let's say for football you need 25 players for one team. So futsal you just need 12 to 14 lang. You can play it anywhere, no? Mostly sa basketball court. So dito sa Philippines ang situation is mostly girls play futsal dahil may girls futsal sa palarong pambansa. So nationwide may base na, no? And mostly girls. And ang venue usually for the futsal game is basketball court or gym sa public school. So from our point of view, dahil may malaking potential ng futsal, dahil may existing infrastructures ka na dito, in any community you can play futsal. Hindi mo kailangan ng malaking field to play the game. We want to establish a strong base, and this is our next step, no? Trying to develop a good national team. Bakit babae? Kasi recently, Gab, FIFA just declared that they will be organizing as early as 2025 a FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup. Not many countries are preparing for that. Well, for us in the Philippines, we want to stay ahead of the curve or on schedule. So that's why in international friendly sa October 18, 23, we've invited New Zealand, we've invited Indonesia to come. But it's a good start. So we know where our girls are, anong level nila, and where we need to improve. No? So yun.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Kevin. So I'd like to ask muna si Coach Vic muna for some questions because I know may training ka pa mamaya. So Vic, in your years of involvement in Philippine futsal, you started out as a consultant of the team. Now you're now the head coach. How do you describe the development of futsal and building up the national team program and witnessing the road to the World Cup in 2025 for the girls and the boys?
Yeah, that's good. Now, of course, you start. I started not from scratch. I must be honest. What Coach Kevin said, we have over the full of Philippines a lot of tournaments in schools, etc. But the most important is how we can get that to a national team, and the age from the players must go over the school dates, the school years. Because we have only last year we had a very young team. Now we have a team from the age from 20 years, around 20 years at 0.1. And you know, in football, when you want to win a world championships, you must have the age of 28 till 30. That's the best age to win a world championship. But okay, we are starting. Because when I was starting, I saw the Palarong, I saw everything. I go with Kevin around. We found out that there was a lot of potential in Mindanao, everywhere. And we start to set up some project. One of the projects is the Inspiraya School in Calamba. And there is a school for the grade 11 and 12 girls. They are playing futsal and study. Because they have a scholarship from the Moran Foundation. And we set up there one coach, and they train 6 hours, 6 times a week. That means 12 hours futsal. All these girls play also football. That is another challenge what we have, because we have a lot of schools that have only football. They have no futsal department. But the girls like the futsal department. As I asked on the university in a meeting also, try that you make also your futsal team and play in a competition. Because I know in futsal we can go with the world championships. And I said that already many times, with 7-a-side, we cannot go to EFC tournaments. We have no world championships. Just let us focus more on 11-a-side and on futsal. These two, for men and women, they go to the world championships. This is something about I try to set up together with Coach Kevin, of course, and we find our way in this. We have also the feeling now on the moment that it is growing and growing. They're asking more and more about. And the only thing what I hear also from Coach Kevin before is our infrastructure. That's one. That's one where we must looking how we can build that. We can say you can play on basketball courts, but international you play on 20 by 40. So you need somewhere to find that. Now what we did first for the national team with Father Rocky in Don Bosco, Alabang, Tuloy in Alabang, yes. He prepared for us a big field, 20 by 40. And Sunday we play against Azuri there. For our girls, it's already every time the same. But other teams play on a basketball court. That's one of the things what we said. Now, and to come for the last one, I hear also the World Championships 2025. I hope that AFC make a calendar next year with groups that we can qualify. Because there is only 3 teams from Asia they can qualify for the 16 countries. Dus we have 3. And only when somebody in Asia will organize this World Championship, then we have 4. Because that will be already challenged with Iran. You have Thailand, you have Japan, Vietnam. I was last time in Vietnam. They have a good ladies team. Dus you must compare with them to come on the World Championships. But we go for that. That's no problem. When we have our qualification group, we go for that. But my big challenge is to bring the futsal game not only in Luzon, but also in Cebu in a competition, in Davao in a competition, and that we have an end of the year for the season that we have the finals, maybe in Manila, maybe somewhere else. But that is a real competition for me. That's my challenge.
Coach Vic, I can personally attest to that because there's a competition, or there's a futsal competition in QC circle that I visited months ago. And you may see that, of course, futsal is gaining popularity in terms of, well, equally to football. And as we all know, are you delighted that to know that many are aware and attracted because of this sport, because of unique rules and regulations that are implemented? Because this is actually the faster paced version of football, itong futsal, and it could easily play on the basketball courts in different parts of the country, Coach Vic.
Yes, that can. That's a start. What Coach Kevin said. Because that is also when I was last time in Cayadoro. Also there they play on a basketball court. Very nice. And now especially now also there, start with that, make a competition, and then we hope, of course, also there that they can find a place where you can play in 20 by 40, that the girls or the boys later on, that they adjust to the sizes of a world champion or international field to play futsal. Now, that is the big challenge what we have here. The rest, what I said before, don't worry, you have talent enough. In my futsal team, we have only Philippine girls. It is not necessary for me to look now in America or in Australia for girls who playing futsal. No, we have in Philippines already a lot of girls. They, in my opinion, can play international because it is not necessary to look overseas. Especially only when we find some Messi or something, then they can come to my team. But otherwise, it are Philippine girls.
Okay, so si Coach Kevin naman, medyo very fully supportive nga itong PFF to the efforts of Sir Nonong and Sir Coco na makatulong talaga in their own little way sa development ng sport na ito. And of course, may mga players na nakikita talaga yung progress nila sa paglalaro ng football o futsal rather, yung mini version ng football. Kasi alam natin, meron silang pangarap na makarating sila hopefully sa national teams ng futsal and even football. Kasi ang Pilipinas, medyo maganda ang showing nga ng Asian Games at nung FIFA World Cup. Kevin?
Yes. Yes, Gab. Anong tanong? Sorry.
Very supportive ba ang PFF management natin sa mga efforts ninyo para makatulong na malaki sa development ng futsal na yon?
Very supportive naman si Sir Nonong and Gensec Coco, no. In fact, dahil supportive si Sir Nonong, we have this Three Nations tournament coming up, no. So it's a tournament that's being hosted, funded by the PFF. And because of their support, we're having this tournament upcoming, no, sa October. But even before that, very supportive si Sir Nonong with regards to the futsal program. That's one of the reasons why Vic is also here with us, no? And I think they see the potential kasi tama ka eh. Futsal can help football, pero it's also a good sport in its own right, no? So it can be a good pathway for many Filipinos to play internationally, pero it can also be a pathway for kids to play the game, especially in areas where they don't have a field, football field, no? So it helps overall, and a strong futsal program, Sir Nonong recognizes, will make a strong futsal program will make a stronger football program down the line.
Okay, so let's discuss nga itong Three Nation mini tournament, international tournament happening this month. When will it be and where is the venue, Coach Vic?
Now, it is between 18 and 23 October, and the venue is Rizal Stadium, indoor stadium by Rizal Stadium. Yes, that is where we played last year also against Guam. Very nice stadium, Very nice. Last year also very nice for spectators to come in. And I hope again that we have a lot of support. That's important for the girls in this case. Yes, when you have a lot of supporting, you always you have always an extra dimension in that. Yes, there's 18 till 23, and the format. Coach Kevin will tell you the format. I know the format, but I think he make that. Maybe he can tell more about the format.
Okay, please go ahead.
So ang venue, Gab, nasa Ninoy Aquino Stadium, no? Doon sa Rizal Memorial Complex. Ang first game is October 18. New Zealand versus Indonesia, kickoff time 4 p.m. Tapos October 19, Philippines versus Indonesia, 6 p.m. October 20, Philippines, New Zealand, 6 p.m. And then ang format ng tournament, dahil Tri-Nation siya, yung top seed may automatic berth na siya sa final. So, ang semis will be a matchup between number 2 and number 3. Tapos yung winner ng number 2 and number 3 will play the number 1 seed. So it's a mini pocket tournament. New Zealand is one of the strongest teams in OFC, yung confederation nila. In fact, they're probably the favorites to qualify for OFC in the FIFA Women's World Cup. And then Indonesia is also, as I understand, they're not also a weak team. No? So it will be a good experience for the girls.
All right. So, what are the preparations, Coach Vic, of our national futsal players for the tournament? Is it mostly came from the standouts from the I5 Futsal League, which was recently launched this year? Is it continuous training program that you implemented to make sure that the team is preparing against those teams from Indonesia and New Zealand, which is definitely a most challenging one, Coach Vic?
Yes. Okay. What we did is we had our competition with 8 teams. I select 27 players from that competition. One thing later on came in. A lot of people said also to me, "Oh, Coach Vic, I have a girl. She's playing there and she's very good." And I told everyone, I take only the girls who I see in the competition. You cannot tell me now in the last moment I have a very good football player and she wants to play now for the national team. No, she must play also in the futsal league. That was one. Then we start training, and I give them a break to make them all that they must be all fit when I come back from my Europe trip. When I came back from the Europe trip, we go in a camp on Friday evening. There's this evening. That's why I'm leaving over 10 minutes. And then they're coming this evening. We train this evening. They stay together. They sleep there, and the day after tomorrow we have 2 training sessions on Saturday, a meeting. Then they stay over again. Sunday morning we have training, and Sunday afternoon we play a game. Now Sunday we play Azuria C 3 times 25. Before the first 2 times we did this already 2 weeks ago, we play against men's team. We did that because for the physical, that the girls also know the physical from the men's. And I tell you honestly, I was surprised how good they did. There was one game the first week they're winning from the men, from the boys, and not boys from 18, also boys over 20 and 23. Last weekend we play in the UAMP against the team there, and halftime was 1-0 for us, and we're losing 4-1, but totally very good. Now we have 2 weekends more, and then on Sunday, last weekend, Sunday they go home, and Monday they're free, and Tuesday they're coming to the hotel, and then we have our tournament. There's it's a very good program, I think, and okay, that's also the next step. Last year was not so heavy as now, and now it's more training camp, training, fitness training, etc. And I hope we can continue next year. And once a month coming together with the national team. And when we have games, we make it again closer and intensive there for them. But okay, that's what we want. We want fit players. We want girls who are growing. And I think we have in our team a lot of girls who are going to grow for the future.
All right. So what are the expectations, Coach Big, and the objectives of this international tournament to strengthen up our national team program with regards in futsal and to maximize our growth and potential of our Pinay futsal players to make it into an international level of play.
Yes. Yeah, I looked at this tournament. I said also to everyone, I asked the girls when the first time when we come together, what is what you want with this tournament? Which result you want? And somebody said to a second place. Somebody say nothing. And I say that's wrong. You go only for number one. When you go number one, that's where you must go for. You must train for that. You want to work for that. And when you work for that and you lose, that's no problem. I want to see that you're working for winning this tournament. And when the tournament is over, we can do evaluation, what we missed, what we need more, etc. But we go only for number one.
All right. My last question before I let you go. What are your plans to be envisioned for you in the coming years as you reaching the goal of making it
Yeah.
into the World Cup?
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. But only that I'm coaching now the girls. I'm also doing the courses for AFC level 1 and for FIFA. I go out sometimes abroad. I hope that that I can go on with my program in the Philippines, and that's my best wish that they can compete with the best countries in AFC. That's my wish. But we need some time more because we talk now already 20 minutes about the girls. But we have another challenge, also the men's. And the next step for me is when we have good coaches in the Philippines, they can take also over when I be the technical director, what I be now, that some people from Philippines with good quality also can coach the teams. Because I'm thinking in the future, we have a lot of futsal teams, also international, under 19, under 21, national team. And to handle that on my own is not possible. So I'm looking also in the courses. In November, we have AFC level 1 and level 2. I conduct that courses, and I hope to find new coaches also. They're starting with futsal teams, etc., and that we grow again. It is in life, and it is in futsal, and it is everywhere. You are not alone. You must do it together. In the family, you do everything together, and in football also. You win and you lose together, not only one person.
All right, Coach Bate, before we let you go and we give your final remarks, let's do our regular photo ops. So thumbs up and smile. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Coach Big, is there anything you want to say before we let you go?
Yes, I hope in the future that we have more of this media events because then it's going well. And I hope that the visitors from your media group, etc., I want to see them back in the final tournament in the Nino Aquino Result Stadium. And we're going to do our best to make them happy.
All right. Thank you po, Coach Vic. But we'll continue our discussion with Sir Kevin. We look forward to talk to you again for the assessment of the tournament. And good luck to your wild. So thank you so much, Coach Vic.
Thank you.
Po.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. So ipagpatuloy po natin ang ating discussion kay Sir Kevin. Sir Kevin, sinabi nga ni Coach Vic ang lahat, baka pwede ka magdagdag nga dito sa tournament na ito. Ano ba ang mga ine-expect natin dito sa upcoming tournament dito? Sino ba mga pambato natin?
Ang expectation ko talaga is dapat magandang performance ng team. Si Coach Vic naman gusto niya manalo ng tournament. Syempre, yun ang target ni Coach Vic. So, pero ako naman as the PFF side, I want to use this tournament to give the girls a good experience. Sabi ni Coach Vic kasi bata pa yung team eh. Average age is 20 years old, no? And intentional yun kasi kailangan natin i-develop ng core pool. Kagaya ng Gilas program dati, di ba? Puro bata doon sa basketball team. That's what we want to do with these girls kasi many of them played football before pero we need to teach them how to play futsal kasi ibang laro eh ng futsal in na international level. It's a different game talaga, no? From 11-a-side football. So we want to create a pool to give them that experience. Of course, my objective is to have a good performance. ang objective ni Coach Vic is higher, he wants to win. Pero of course we're in full support and we hope that we do that, but ang kalaban, New Zealand, Indonesia, will be a tough challenge for them, no, to be honest.
Pero most especially nga, ang kaibahan nito, karamihan sa mga members ng team natin na ipapadala doon sa tournament ay mostly mga galing sa I5 Futsal League. And of course, yung grassroots program natin like yung mga Batang Pinoy, yung palalong pambansa. Kaya kalat na kalat natin yung presensya nila, especially yung nire-represent nila ang mga province sa Kevin.
Oo, all players galing sila sa High Five League. And yun ang selection process ni Coach Vic eh. Sabi ni Coach Vic kasi, you cannot properly talent evaluate and scout a player kung hindi siya naglalaro ng futsal sa liga. Hindi ka pwede mag-scout ng player sa one-day festival. Hindi ka pwede mag-scout ng player sa barangay futsal festival na sa basketball court lang. Kasi ibang dimensions eh sa international standard. 40 by 20 meters yon. That's like 2 basketball courts, no? Almost, yung size. So, kailangan talaga mag-evaluate ng player sa proper futsal league, no? And sabi ni Coach Vic kanina, a lot of coaches approach him, oh, meron akong superstar player, babae sa football. Pero sabi ni Coach Vic, football yun. Hindi yan futsal. So I will not look at them. They must play futsal. If they're serious about futsal, then they should be playing in a futsal competition, proper futsal competition, para mag-scout sila properly, no? And yung mga participants sa High Five League, mostly scholars sila from schools, no? So hindi sila taga Manila, they're from the provinces, you know, they're from different parts of the country. And then we even had one team taga Pangasinan no? That participated. And yung Pangasinan team selection ng north area, Central Luzon north area mostly. So it's a start, pero hopefully, as Coach Vic said, we can have competition sa Cebu, competition sa Davao, so we can also properly scout the players who live in Visayas and Mindanao. No? Pero dapat may liga doon. Dapat may proper futsal league.
Oo nga At sana prioritize na rin yung proper training na. Kasi karamihan, yung ilang mga players, nanggaling sila sa iba't ibang mga background sa football. Pero hindi pa sila nakakapag fully adjust pa o fully learn nga pagdating sa futsal. So may mga ginagawa ba kayo mga akbam para at least maturuan sila at na mabigyan sila ng tamang kaalaman o tamang knowledge about dito sa sport?
Oo, tama ka kasi iba kasi ang laro ng futsal from football. Hindi siya guarantee kung magaling ka sa football, automatically you'll be good in futsal. Ibang skills Ibang skills, ibang fitness requirement. Ang football is more aerobic fitness. Futsal, anaerobic, no? Or I don't know what the scientific term is, pero more for the basketball fitness, no? Start, stop, short burst in speed, even technical skills, diba? Sa futsal, you control the ball with your soul. Sa football, other parts of the foot, no? So, different skills, pero they're complementary. But you can't say because you're good in football, you will be a good futsal player. That's why Coach Vic is very strict na dapat yung selection process from girls who play futsal talaga in a league. No?
Okay. Speaking of I5 Women's Football League, ano nangyari? Ano ang mga developments niya nung unang season? Sino ba nagkampiyon doon?
Yung top team, tuloy sa Don Bosco, no? And I think sa current national team pool, 8 sila or more, no? But they have a sizable contingent, no? And maganda yung High Five Futsal League kasi sa start, unang-una, you saw na may mga coaches na hindi pa masyadong sanay sa 40 by 20 futsal game kasi sanay sila sa festival format held sa basketball court, running time. Alam mo naman sa futsal, it's 2 times 20 minutes start-stop, no? Tapos may timeouts pa. So may mga tactical options ng coaches sa standard futsal game. The coaches learn that they can affect the game with substitutions like basketball. Like basketball, you need to prepare your lines. Kailangan may second unit ka. First unit, second unit, third unit. So, different from football eh. Kasi sa football, you're only allowed ilan substitutes ba? Mga 3 to 5 substitutes per game. So sa futsal, you can control the game more as a coach. And when we had the Hi-Fi League, nakita ko yung improvement ng coaches talaga. No? Nag-i-evolve ng tactics, coach. Pati yung improvement ng players, grabe. I think there's no better way to develop players than having them play in a league regularly. Na every week, they look forward to something. Meron silang goal for the season. Personally, as a team, there's no better activity than having a league. No? So it was good for the referees, it was good for the coaches, and of course it was good for the players. So gusto ko sana next time, next High Five League, kasi yung first pilot league ng High Five, isang single round lang siya. Moving forward, baka we'll look at double round, double round robin.
Pero kailan yung target ng pagbubukas ng second season?
Next year na. No.
Early next year, all right. So how about yung sa technical officiating and of course sa grassroots development? Alam ko katulong din si Coach Vic dito sa mga initiatives. Anong latest?
Well, anong latest? We're trying to get, kasi na yon sa palarong pambansa, may futsal sila sa secondary high school. Hindi ko alam kung bakit walang elementary. No? Kasi yun ang feeder program sa high school competition ng DepEd. So we're proposing to DepEd to have futsal in the elementary school level sa palarong pambansa. Hopefully, it will be approved, no? Kasi may strong lobbying from Cebu, yung host ng palaro next year. Gustong-gusto nila mag-futsal sa LM level. Then from the PFF also, we're also lobbying strong to Vice President Sara Duterte to have futsal in the elementary school level. Tapos yung next step after that, Gab, is boys naman, boys futsal sa public school. Updates sa grassroots and youth, may futsal sa PSC, Batang Pinoy. So that will be launched this December. So under 17 and under 15 boys and girls siya. So yung Batang Pinoy, mostly LGU-based teams naman, no? And complementary siya sa palarong pambansa kasi na yon sa palarong pambansa, 18 years old, high school, di ba? High school level, 18 years old, pababa. And then elementary is 12 and below. So sa competitions, may gap between 12 and 18. So that's why sa Batang Pinoy, we're hoping that the Batang Pinoy can help fill the gap there.
Okay, my last question before we end. Tinanong natin kanina kay Coach Vic. On your part sa PFF, bukod pa sa inyong long-term goal na makapasok tayo sa World Cup, mag-debut tayo ng magandang showing, ano ba ang ini-envision ninyo para mas mapalawak ang interes ng tao sa larong futsal at it will be a good testament pag malakas ang programa and of course, parang mas maraming mga tournaments na i-offer yung mga organizers.
Well, gusto ko sana i-develop itong High Five to eventually be a professional league, no? Or semi-pro league. Kasi na yon yung High Five is amateur. It's an amateur league, no? And to be at the level of a professional league that can serve as a qualifier for AFC and AFF competitions. Kasi meron silang club competitions for futsal. We want to make that a long-term goal for the league. Second goal is to have futsal more present in the collegiate ranks. So ang pangarap ko is to eventually, hopefully, have futsal in leagues like the UAAP and the NCAA. Feeling ko pwede sa NCAA kasi na yun sa NCAA, sa football, 4 na teams lang sa boys. So baka pwede sila mag-futsal, no? Yung group sa NCAA. So that will usually start with a demonstration event muna, no? So that's what I'm trying to work on. In fact, the PFF has sent the UAAP na a letter requesting if they can have futsal before the football season. We're still waiting for feedback from that. But if the UAAP adopts futsal, it will be big for the sport. And then also NCAA, no? Hopefully, those are the goals moving forward. Kasi kung may futsal program sa collegiate level, that just means scholarships for more players. Di ba? Aspirational yun para sa mga bata. And ang current challenge kasi sa futsal, kung futsal player ko sa high school, when I go to college, I get recruited by FEU, UST, UP. Ang laro sa college is football. So from futsal to football, then to futsal again when they graduate. Diba? So dapat may continuous pathway ng futsal from high school to college to open level, open play.
Alright. Gusto ko sana magsingit niya tungkol niya sa status ng futsal sa SEA Games. Pero i-message mo na lang sa Messenger para makabigay ng sagot since
Oo, may futsal daw 2025.
Wow!
2025.
2025
Kasi Thailand yung hosted. Si Thailand, for sure. For sure, sigurado may futsal.
For sure nga, magkakaroon tayo ng national team na ipapadala doon. So, Kevin, ano yung uling mensahe na lang at pasalamatan yung mga taong sumusuporta nga sa Philippine Futsal?
Maraming salamat, no? For all the support, futsal fans, supporters, coaches, pati referees, no? Thank you for the belief and hope to see you sa upcoming friendlies. Tri-Nations Women's Futsal Tournament sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium. Maraming salamat.
And we look forward to have some updates about there since hindi tayo makakapunta personally. But of course, we look forward nga at of course sa pagbibigay ng updates and of course the latest scores about sa tournament. Again, congratulations on all the projects and plans that are taking. Thank you, Coach Vic kanina and now si Kevin for joining us this afternoon and we'll see you around. Bye-bye po and God bless you. Mabuhay ang football and futsal, syempre. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.